What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Screen Fiend. I'm Pam. We are watching the last episode of the Queen Charlotte series. I hope I don't cry at the end like I did when I watched it 2 years ago. Oh my God, like I said, they were under the bed and then it went from like them being older to being younger. Let's cross fingers that it does not happen. But yeah, let's get into the episode. Let's see. Is he back? Where the hell is he? I'm telling y'all, all for control. That's all he's looking for. He is looking for control. He is not concerned about George at all.
Your Highness, I believe I should inform you.
I do not have time for pleasantries. I returned to Buckingham House this afternoon, only to be told that Her Majesty is no longer residing there. It seems she has moved to Kew to be with the King. You told me that His Majesty required intensive private treatments.
I did, Your Highness.
Then perhaps you would like to offer me some sort of explanation. Doctor.
I cannot, as I am no longer His Majesty's doctor.
Oh, nonsense. Of course you are.
I have been dismissed.
Dismissed?
Yes.
That is not possible. The King would not do such a thing. What is he up to?
It is not the King, Your Highness.
She did this?
She did this? Yes. Do you forget that she's the queen? You're not.
I am so pleased you decided to ask me to join you on a walk. I do enjoy the winter, but I have been longing for the weather to turn.
Today is the first fine day.
Perfect for a stroll.
Yes.
Yes. Can't stand winter.
Agatha, I am contemplating starting anew.
Why, Violet Bridget?
Good, Violet.
Hurrah for you.
Only contemplating?
It's okay. It's okay, Violet. So many women did it. Uh-oh, she gonna find the crown. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Lovely.
One can find gardens in bloom in the most interesting of places.
Oh my God.
Everywhere.
Yup.
Mother Nature is sharing her secrets.
Brimsley, this crown is breaking my neck.
It is gloriously regal to behold, Your Majesty.
I am so hot. We are all hot.
Our lineage will be a page in a history text.
Mother, you are being most unfair.
Am I? Has anyone created a baby yet?
Thank you.
Any fruit to show for all of my efforts on your behalf?
They're like, here we go again.
Have you been of any assistance to the crown in this manner?
I think what Georgie is trying to
Look at him. He
say
is so
Is that his
sensitive,
brothers
Georgie.
continue to fail in their duties as you have failed in yours. Great master,
Black woman.
we might end this nightmare.
A warm meal and a bath must be a balm.
You should not have come.
What?
I was most happy to come.
No.
I am so sorry. I should have come sooner. Do not fear. I shall remain by your side.
No. Charlotte, listen to my words. You should not have come.
Why?
I do not want you here.
George.
Go back to Buckingham House, please. Get out! I order you!
No. No, George.
Charlotte!
You cannot force me away. I will not go.
I will not go.
Go!
I will stay!
I command it.
Please, Charlotte, please go.
No.
Charlotte, you are not listening to me.
I am. I have heard that you wish I had not come, that you want me to go, that you do not want to see me.
Charlotte.
What I have not heard is that you do not love me.
I'm trying to protect you.
Do you love me?
I cannot. We cannot. This conversation isn't. I cannot do
you
this.
love me?
I never wanted
Do
to
you
marry
love
you.
me?
I never. Charlotte, please stop.
Is it because you do not believe that I could love you? I do. I will stand with you between the heavens and the earth. I will tell you where you are. Do you love me?
I love you. From the moment I saw you trying to go over the wall, desperately, I cannot breathe when you are not near. I love you, Charlotte. My heart calls your name.
Aww. Oh yeah, this is where he probably break up with her. I wonder how long this was going on for.
Lady Danbury.
Lord Ledger.
I'm Viloet.
Hello, Violet.
Hi,
what are you doing all the
Violet.
way out here?
Getting out of Mother's hair. Though how can we be in her hair when our house has 20 rooms?
It is nice to see you, Lady Danbury.
It is nice to see you too. I wish you much happiness on this fine day.
I wish you happiness as well on this day.
Look at Violet's face. She like, what is going on?
I wanted to thank you for your kindness after my husband passed.
Lady Danbury, it is your kindness for which I should be showing gratitude.
Goodbye, Lord Ledger.
Goodbye, Lady Danbury.
Prince Regent and your daughter are here to see you, Your Majesty.
Ladies, away. Children, come.
We come on behalf of all of us, your children.
You represent the family, do you?
Yes.
Your siblings have entrusted you as their champions. Please, do tell me what this is about.
Your baby race is cruel.
Cruel?
You focus on nothing else. Georgie is grieving. You show none of us regard or compassion. Do you know how hard we have worked to provide you with your precious air? The herbs, the tonics. Do you know how many babies I have lost before they were ready to be born?
I did not.
Not know us. Any of us. You do not learn about us, you do not care for what we care for. Our happiness is not your goal.
Nonsense. I want what is best for you. As your mother...
You have never been a mother.
Ooh.
I have been an excellent mother.
No. You have been our queen. But you have never really been our mother.
Ooh, shit.
I have been told that you had the honor of a visit by Her Majesty.
The Queen was kind enough to offer her sympathies upon the loss of my dear husband, the late Lord Danbury.
Yes, my condolences. Losing a husband is inconvenient. The Queen must be very
Inconvenient? What?
to come out during her confinement.
Yes?
Yes.
Don't even try it.
As it is a fact that my son will inherit his father's title.
Is it? Is it not?
Thank you. You want something from me? I want something from you.
Will go on past this generation is something only His Majesty can determine. Such a complicated debate.
I see.
Of course. I am sure I could expedite your answer. If you have information that may be useful.
I'm sure you could give Princess Augusta the smallest of details.
What?
Pears. Her Majesty asked for pears while she was here.
I will not engage with the princess. I've promised the Queen friendship. I cannot simply turn up at Kew. She's with child. She's in a state. I cannot do anything that might cause her upset or worry.
She has enough of that as it is.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? Well, there are the rumors to consider.
What's the rumors?
Well, I'm hearing that... Well, there is something amiss with the king.
Coral, that is gossip.
No, not a person.
See,
If I were, I'd say
the
that
workers.
several kitchen maids that members of the House of Lords are concerned for the king's welfare. There is talk that the palace is in jeopardy.
See?
But you are not one to gossip.
Never.
I certainly cannot ask Her Majesty for help if that is true.
I do not understand.
The king is not receiving visitors at this time.
I am not a visitor.
You are most welcome to return some other time in the future.
I may be forced to worry that you are holding the king against his will, which would be
treason.
Yes.
Of course you would think that.
Treason. You carry just one king in your womb. The other king, George, I carried that king. From the moment a king is born, there is no hiding for him.
Girl, and that's probably why he...
Illness or weakness, there is only power.
That's probably why he's stressed,
All
because
I
of
can
you.
to ensure his power. And you are undoing it.
That is not.
He is not even trying, and you are allowing it. You cannot allow him to hide. His crown will not survive.
Charlotte, how goes the day?
Your mother was here.
I do not want to see her.
No. I sent her away. However, we must away as well. Back to Buckingham House.
Just for a little.
Address Parliament. The people need their king.
Just for a little bit.
I like watching you.
You make it more difficult for me to write.
You are doing a fine job. That I am sure.
This is a speech to Parliament. I cannot do a fine job. I must be brilliant.
These are certainly the words of a brilliant man. Perhaps you need a bit of distraction.
Distraction?
Yes. I believe that I have just the distraction to help.
I do not need distraction. What I need is to deliver a perfect speech before all of Parliament. Or do you wish me to no longer be king?
And if you're not, that's
Perhaps I should
perfectly
simply surrender
fine.
and offer them my
Let's get
head.
our little
Put an end to the monarchy.
land so you can be Farmer George.
Let them call me Mad King George and laugh. Is that what you wish?
Stop.
Charlotte.
Uh-oh.
The baby. It is coming.
Now?
I believe so.
Reynolds! Thank you for coming.
Your Majesty, surely you are not entering that there is womanly work afoot. We wait out here.
Oh, please. Give me a break.
Yes.
Even though my father wasn't in the birth of me and my older brother. he told my mother he had to go call his mom. I'm like, hey, baby.
You are here. Stay.
I am here. Whatever.
Yay, I love that.
Oh, the baby.
Your Majesty, the baby is breech, coming feet first.
Oh,
we have to await the
no.
natural evolution.
I believe we shall need you moved. Just there to the edge. One arm here. Another here. Hold tight. 1, 2, and...
Aww.
He is magnificent. Where is Charlotte? She's on her way, Your Majesty.
Here I am.
He's like, where is my support?
I was with the baby. I'm not late. There is plenty of time. You look very handsome. Do you have your speech?
In hand. No, I'm rethinking the middle section on the colonies.
Parliament will appreciate all of your thoughts. You are ready.
Okay, you okay? Don't let your mind take over. Breathe, you're okay.
Your Majesty.
Breathe.
What was it? Did his speech not go well?
His Majesty did not deliver a speech. He never got out of the carriage.
Damn.
What do you mean he never got out?
His Majesty could not get out of the carriage.
Well, what happened? What did you do? He seemed quite fine when he left
He was
here.
not fine. Your Majesty, forgive me, only he was not fine.
It's okay.
He was not. That was merely hope.
George, it is me.
Oh, he's in the chair.
Charlotte?
Yes? George, dearest, can you come out for me?
I want to. But I cannot.
Child could not be under no bed like that.
The heavens.
Nope.
They cannot find me under here. I could not get out of the carriage.
Cause you let your mind run.
Read the words on the page. I'm not a king.
Maybe you shouldn't have been king.
I'm no one's king.
Maybe you
You
should have
will
been
do
just
better
Farmer
next time.
George.
No. There is no better. There is no cure.
There isn't. It's okay.
This is who I am. I will be here sometimes, and sometimes I will be.
I am your
Damn, his grandfather really did something to him.
So I shall never leave your
Jeez Louise.
You will be king. Your
Probably told me
children will rule.
nothing, all kinds of stuff.
Together, we are whole.
You ready, Georgie? Georgie, child from It. Georgie, what's it called to play?
Ramsay is odious. But it is a very nice portrait.
Not really.
A portrait for which I did not even sit.
So, we do a new one, boo-boos.
I'm an insertion.
It is still us.
Dilly-dee-dally-dee-dilly-dee-dooley-dee-doo. I wonder if he fell in love with Lady Danbury.
Their Majesties, the King and Queen.
God. All this pressure on this guy.
Do you not feel any nerves?
Do I not seem quite fine?
You are hurting my hand.
Charlotte.
Softer.
Breathe. Deep breaths.
Let us smile and wave. Ready?
You and me, baby. Let's do this. Just me and you. Just focus here. Nobody else. They don't exist. Is that a real person, that statue?
We thank you all for joining us to celebrate the arrival of our new prince. Unsurprisingly, given I am the third, we have chosen to name him George IV. To your future king.
There you go. That's all. Look at him. He's probably just dying for him to not be king. Don't bother me, princess.
It is a lovely ball.
It is. We enjoy hosting. We shall do it more often.
Good.
Yes.
I have only ever wanted him to be happy.
He is happy.
You make him happy.
Yep.
Thank you.
Your Majesty. Especially from the cruelty of his grandfather. This is what makes me sad right here. They can't even just like, it has to hide their love. And what happened to Reynolds? So sad. I feel like Reynolds is still alive, but he's just with the king. I think. I don't know. Look at that. Oh my God, that breaks my heart. That's so sad.
Excuse me, sir.
At first I thought that was Reynolds.
What are you doing rustling about out here? How dare you step away from your duties?
Apologies, sir. Her Majesty has visitors.
You had it though.
Edward. Victoria.
Edward and me.
Have you come to complain? Or have you come to see the new portrait?
No, Mother, well...
We come bearing news. Your Majesty.
Right? Raise your head up.
Are you quite sure?
Yes, Your Majesty. I waited for quite some time, so there would be no doubt.
You will have your heir, Mother. Mother?
Well done. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh. He probably like, damn, like, I've never seen my mom like this.
Indulge. For once, for me. I'm ordering you.
I'm afraid my sworn commitment to the welfare of the crown
Oh
outweighs
my
all
God.
Your Majesty.
Impossible. Off with you. Finally, someone who will drink with me.
I will not.
You refuse me as well?
I do.
Nonsense, you must.
I must not. The stakes are too high. The fates of too many rests on us securing your line.
Our line. Charlotte.
Another one.
You and me.
And them.
And them.
Mm-hmm. Ah, present time. I don't see no Reynolds, so I'm assuming Reynolds passed away.
Brimsley. I'm quite capable of seeing him on my own. George.
No, do not bother me. In the sky.
George, it is me. It is your Charlotte. I have some news, George. Wonderful news. George? George?
To there.
Just George. Farmer George.
That's your Lottie, right? You call her Lottie,
Come.
right?
Hide from the heavens with me.
Charlotte. Why, hello.
Hello, George. George, we have succeeded. Our son, Edward, he has married and his wife is with child.
Edward is going to be a father.
Yes. Your line will live on.
Our line.
Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh.
You did not go over the wall.
I did not.
No, George. I did not go over the wall.
Their feet hanging out. So that was the end of the series, and I truly loved watching it, but I have to be honest with you, I felt more sadness than happiness. You know, they found each other, well, not necessarily found each other, you know, they were wed, but they found love with one another and comfort and strength and reliability. Is that the word? Is that a word? You know, they found that in one another, but it's sad. It's a sad, sad situation. Like, honestly, most of her life, Queen Charlotte has been alone. Yes, she has 13 children. Yes, she has all these subjects, but George is not well mentally. And probably and most likely as he got older, he probably had more frequent, episodes. As you can see, even this series and in the Bridgerton series, he's probably most likely living in Kew and she's in Buckingham. And we don't know how long they've been separate, but I would definitely say they've been separate for a while. She even has anxiety here and in the Bridgerton. She has anxieties like, will somebody come and tell her that, that he's passed away? I don't know if she does that because she's scared that she can't live without him, or she's hoping that he passes so then she can just kind of like breathe. You know what I mean? I'm trying to remember, was it this episode? It was this episode when her two kids came in, Georgie and I don't know the young lady's name, but they were, talking to her to advocate for them and the other children. Like, listen, you being a little too hard. You don't really know what we go through. You know what I mean? Like, I've had several miscarriages. Our other sisters have several miscarriages. Like, it's just to get this air for you. Like, it's been a rough time, and you can clearly tell that they're not comfortable with their mother because she didn't even know this at all. Now, as far as her sons go, I have zero sympathy for them whatsoever, but her daughter is trying to push. I'm trying to figure out, is she the only daughter? Because she's not the only daughter, but I could have sworn the other ones weren't married, so maybe it's just her. But that she's been going through several miscarriages. She alluded like it was more than one person, but it's most likely just her. But yeah, you just you feel bad for them at that moment because they're being pressured, and when you're pressured you feel more stress, and stress can create miscarriages. So I really felt sad for them, and I also feel sad for them because Georgie has to be very blunt with her and say, listen, yeah, you're the queen, but you damn sure wasn't our mother. And she's like, what are you talking about? I'm the greatest mother. He's like, yeah, no, you weren't. And I think she thought she was being a good mother, but she probably was pouring more of her time into King George than her children, and she's not realizing that, because you could tell even when they were talking to her, she was completely oblivious of certain things. And I feel bad for them on that aspect. But then again, in that time, how many parents actually spent time with their kids? Even Lady Danbury with Dominic, Dominic was like, where's my nanny? She has to go, listen, that's your nanny, but I'm your mother. She didn't spend time with her children either, really. So I think it's just, that's how it worked back then. Even now, in some rich families, even like downtown Manhattan, you have all these women that are nannies. They're always with their kids, and the parents are just working or doing whatever they wanted to do. Even rich people, even famous people. That's how it is, sadly. I don't know why, but that's how it is when you have money and you think you're entitled to a nanny where you don't have to take care of your children. Some people do it because they don't want to be bothered. Some people do it because they're just too busy and they can't be there for their kids 100%. But again, I do feel bad for her kids in aspect, but then but mainly I feel bad for the daughters because of the stress. They had miscarriages and couldn't give the air that they most likely probably wanted. I don't know. I just, it's so funny. When I think back of watching Bridgerton, and like, oh my God, the queen, she could be so mean. I wonder sometimes if that's some sort of like defense mechanism. Because if you notice, like anytime she would ask Brimsley a question and Brimsley would be honest with her, she'd go stand over there, all the way back there. Or go get this, or be quiet and do this. And even when who was it? Who she was talking to, and it was kind of a defense mechanism with her being snippy and mean. I wonder if it was her son. I don't remember, but that to me is her defense mechanism. Like she gets snippy and snappy with people, which is so sad because I just feel like even though she probably found a lot of good memories with George, there's a lot of bad ones, and you could just tell her heart is broken. Like even in the last part, her laying there with him and stuff like that, you can tell she just really loves him, but in reality he's not there mentally. And I feel like too, like she may be the only person that can kind of bring him back down, because all she had to do was say, come under the bed with me, George, and come, let's get away from the skies. and he was like he was brought back to just him and just Charlotte the way he always wanted to. So that was just it's beautiful, but it's really, really sad. And I'm kind of shocked. I'm going to be very honest here. She has 13 children. You're telling me not even one of them are manic depressant like he is. But then again, maybe not because of how they grew up. See, I thought it was the mother because she's just throwing stress on them. Just like she's throwing stress on her kids, she was throwing stress on George and Charlotte. But come to find out, I thought it was her, but come to find out, his grandfather was a cruel person, and I guess he physically abused him. He definitely emotionally and mentally abused him. So that's probably what brought his manic depression, his anxiety, just trying to be perfect. And that's so sad that honestly, that could have been his issues, could have been preventable if his grandfather wasn't so nasty. And that's probably why their kids don't have manic depression, is because how they were raised. They weren't raised under cruelty. So that's probably what it was. Lady Danbury, I get why Lady Danbury wanted her independence. I totally get it, because even in the Bridgerton season 3, when she was talking to her brother, and she was really upset with her brother because he told their father that she was trying to run away, and then after that, when she got caught, she had to marry Lord Danbury. And just like she said in this series, since she was 3 years old, she has been brought up to be Lord Danbury's wife. What he likes, what he eats, what he drinks, what he reads, everything about her is to suit him. And she wants to be independent. She wants to know and learn who she is. And I totally get that. And that's why she didn't marry Charlotte's brother. And I totally get it. I also understand why she didn't tell Charlotte, because she wants to keep that at a friendship. She doesn't want to always come to Charlotte with her problems for her to solve it, because in actuality, that's not a friendship. You're just using me for things that you need. So I get it. And I was really happy that I don't know who told Charlotte that, but I'm glad that Charlotte was able to help her to keep her title and her property in the Danbury's name going down the line to Dominic. So that was really beautiful. It was kind of sad, but it is what it is, that she fell in love with Lord, what's their name again? Leverage, right? Lord Leverage, but they couldn't be together. It's not like he was a widower and she was a widow. The wife was still alive, and it was inappropriate. And I think it would have continued on if Viloet didn't go on a walk with her father. And I wonder if she never did that, they continued, what would have happened? Would Lady Danbury have gotten pregnant? Because she's still young. How old is Lady Danbury here? 26, 27 maybe? I don't know. They had a daughter. She was pretty up there in age. I'm trying to figure out how many years she's older than Charlotte, because Charlotte's 17, Viloet looks like she's about 12, so they're probably like a 5-year difference. But then how old is not Charlotte to Lady Danbury? I thought it was like maybe about 5 or 6 years. Yeah, but that little girl was big. That little girl was really big. That little girl, like, she was like 10, 11 years old. I don't know. I'm gonna Google it, but and I lost my train of thought. But yeah, so yeah, I wonder. I'm trying to bring back to what I was trying to say. But yeah, I wonder if Viloet never showed up with her father, what would have happened between Lady Danbury and Lord Leverage. I'm sorry, she probably would have got pregnant. She would have got pregnant. That would have been a mystery, like who is she with? That would have been a whole hot mess. So it was good that Viloet was there with her father to kind of end the relationship, because it really needed to end, honestly. Viloet had a little mean streak in her a little bit when she brought out all those hats. And it was pretty much to say that I know my father gave you one, and I know what you did and what you guys were doing. But obviously she's very proper. She's not, she's a lady, so she's not going to outright say it to Lady Danbury, but they kind of gave a little look. And as we know, in season 3, they kind of talked about it a little bit. She accepted it, and then that was it. But oh my God. I thought I was gonna cry at the end with them under the bed, but honestly, I had to hold back my tears when it came to Brimsley. That really was so sad to me. Like, you know, they're two men, and back then, even though everybody knew that that happened with two men, two women, it wasn't accepted. And you see how far they had to go to just dance with one another and enjoy one another, and then it flipped to just Brimsley dancing by himself and Reynolds wasn't there. And that's so sad because I feel like, you know, I thought maybe Reynolds was still with the king living in Q, but when they got to Q, when adult Queen Charlotte got to Q, Reynolds wasn't there. So I'm assuming Reynolds passed away. And of course that was Brimsley only love. Like, Brimsley can't go out and get another man openly like that. It's just, that doesn't work like that back then. So he's like lonely, and it just really broke my heart for him to be like that and just to dance alone. Even though it was nice for him to remember his love with Reynolds, it was also really, really sad. But that was the end of the series. I truly enjoyed it. It was really, really good. What do you guys think? We can talk about it down below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on your notifications if you enjoy my reactions, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm super happy because Halloween is coming up, so it's gonna be lots of spooky movies. Not really. I don't do the spooky movies. I feel like spooky movies were like a long time ago. The ones now are just like gory, kind of. So I will be starting to film that probably next week, and I am excited. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Toodaloo.